13 years, 4,745 days, 6,832,800 minutes. This is how long I've been in school. The only problem is I'm still only in the waiting pool in my classes. I sit with my eyes on a paper thinking, is this going to be on the test? Do I really have to remember the year some old duke died? The night before the exam, I cram like a greedy drunkard because all that matters is the exam. Sometimes my brain wanders. I ponder of a future of happiness, but we've all been told there's no happiness without money, no money without a job, no job without university, and no university without passing this test. So I wake from my dream, thrown back into reality, thinking, I've lost so much time, I'll just have to stay up later. You see, I'm in a system where I was told facts, told, not taught the information. It was shoved down my throat, into my stomach, not my brain, and then like a vending machine, I'm told to cough it back up, but I just can't remember the geometric mean. I'm defined by my mark. There are ceremonies for people with good grades. They get trophies and medals. They seem to get everything. What if I put my heart and soul into my 60% average with extra help and tutoring and studying and studying and studying? I hand in my paper. When I get it back, my teacher tells me I didn't do quite good enough. Well, Joey and Billy and Sally, the ones who did it the night before, get 100. What if I get high 90s? I spend all my free time studying and studying and studying, but on one test I get 84 and no one understands why I'm so upset. Do we really have to wonder why? Depression and suicide is on the rise. Students are told they're never good enough. Red marks on a page are meaningless without the chance to apply. We're only getting one chance. We're only getting the chance to impress. Even the parents are in on it. Get a high grade and they're proud, but get a 50 and we can't help but see the looks of disappointment, so we study more. But high school is supposed to be a chance to build relationships. How can we be expected to do that if we're painfully aware that only the top 1.5% will be good enough for med school? How come the music lover is forced to sit through science class fretting because she doesn't understand, crying at night because her mark will go down? Crying because her mark is going down, because universities don't look at the classes you take or how you apply yourself. They look only at a summary, only your average when deciding who matches their philosophy. What if I want more than average? What if I want to be more than average? Can I manage that in a classroom? A center for robots mechanically going from room to room to room in a never-ending cycle void of emotion. Programmed to become taxpayers will bring more money into a failing system. So the test is in a few hours and I'm still awake. But I still only have a few more pages of the crap I was told in class 3 months back. I'm shoving it down my throat, not tasting, trying to hold it down for a few more hours, thinking about my 6 million minutes. I love learning, but not education. As a society that supports it, the premise is good. We need to have knowledge, but we need to acknowledge that the system doesn't provide it. Instead, it creates stress, stereotypes, and makes what society deems as normal more widely accepted, because if I'm ADHD or ADD or OCD, or if I suffer from anxiety, I won't have the same opportunities as Joey or Billy or Sally. If I go to a community college instead of university, I will never go as far as those who chose differently. Sorry. Sometimes I wonder, is it even worth it? By showing up at that exam, am I supporting it? But then I remember my dream of happiness, so I'll sharpen my number 2 HB pencil and I'll walk into that test, because for now, this is my best option, because as a 17-year-old student, this is my only choice. But I feel like I don't have a voice. See, I'm not suggesting let's all drop out. No, let's be aware of what's going on, because sometimes I could shout, this isn't what it's about. Everyone's different, and we refuse to become a standardized nation because we're the lucky ones. We get the opportunity to have an education, while others have no option. They don't get the opportunity to learn geometry or read the Odyssey. All over the world, people fight with all their might for the right to be educated. So keep going to class, because we'll become future parents, teachers, politicians, and citizens, and we can appeal to make things better for those who will follow us. Even though our system has flaws, education is a positive, so let's stop focusing on the negative and use this experience to provide deliverance so future generations don't leave school oblivious. I promise we will leave this battle victorious. We need to rewrite the way we educate. Students need to be taught, not ranked. At the end of 6,832,800 minutes, we should be more than an average. Thank you.